Welcome to Miles on Motorsports. This is the In the Turn interview segment brought to you by Best Cleaning Services and Distinctive Auto Body. Thank you for joining us, Josh. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how you got the racing bug?
Yeah, so I'm 16 years old, and I'm from Miami, Florida. And I actually, obviously grew up watching racing on the TV with my dad, and eventually I got, the wheel and pedals that everyone gets just to connect to their desk. And I instantly got hooked, and I went to a simulator. That was going really good, and I moved to go-karts, and then Legends last year with Joe Ryan race cars, and this year late models.
Nice. Well, that is an interesting road into this game. So you basically started out with video games, for lack of a better term, and progressed up from there.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Paul, what do you got for our guest?
Well, I mean, the whole iRacing thing is really like the way the kids progress nowadays. I've never even tried it, and I've raced for 30 years, right? I still drive. And my question really is like, how much of a feel is that? Like, to me, it blows my mind that you can go from iRacing to racing a Legends car. Like, to me, that I can't understand that jump. So what's the iRacing thing all about, and how do you think that helped you progress?
Yeah, so I use iRacing as more of a tool to kind of like learn new racetracks that I haven't been to before. Obviously, you can't get the same feel that you get in your butt that you would on the simulator in a real race car compared to a simulator, but I use a simulator kind of just to learn points, the track I've never been to, and kind of get into a rhythm before I even get to the racetrack.
And does that practice actually like how do you get it to like? I mean, like I drive by feel, so like how do you get that to feel like racing? Because to me, I mean, all hats off to you. My mind's blown. It really is.
Yeah, so iRacing's done a really good job at scanning the racetracks, and the points on the game are almost identical to how they are in real life, unless it's a really old racetrack which haven't been updated. But like I said, it's just really good, kind of just to get into a rhythm before you get the racetrack, and kind of just get a feel for what the track does if you do so and so. Obviously, it doesn't give you the same feeling in your butt as you would as a real race car, but yeah, it's a really good tool.
Wow.
Well, Josh, hi, this is Jim. I myself just enjoying listening about your start in racing. The thing I like to ask people when they speak to them about their racing career, you said you start with your dad. I mean, the same way my interest, was with my dad going to the races and watching on TV. Tell us about your dad. Tell us about your family, their involvement, and things like that. The people that have been helping you along the way achieve your dream.
Yeah, so my dad grew up, watching racing also, and has always been a fan of it. He's never had any family that you could say participated in it, but it's always something that he's been really interested in. And when he saw, I was interested in it, we kind of just clicked and decided to go try it, and ended up working out really well. So, yeah, my dad does a lot for me, and I'm super thankful for him. And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. I mean, to me, Paul and I were talking last week after the show, and about his involvement with his dad and how we got his start in racing. It sounds like your dad, didn't really have a race car or anything like that, but he saw that his son had an interest in it. And I have a good friend of mine who races down at our local speedway, Seekonk, and he started in 1995 in a street stock. And he said to me, he goes, well, my dad found out I was racing. He was like 18, 19 when he started. And he goes, look, if you're going to do this, then, I want to be involved with it, and I want to help you. And to me, I think you're still young. I think some of the things, most enjoyable thing, I think, is it's the time you're spending with your dad. It's those road trips, those things at the racetrack. I mean, that's the stuff, winning's the goal, and that's the fun part. But I think the best part is when you're going to be looking back on your career as it's those little things. Maybe that Donnie you stopped off along the way, or something funny that happened, things like that. So I think that's probably a good portion of the fun, right?
Yes, it is.
Josh, can you talk to me a little bit about you're a Ron Hornaday development driver. Can you talk to me a little bit about what it's been like to work with the Hornaday people, and how have they helped your development?
Yeah, so being on Hornaday development, has helped me a lot in progression. Just being surrounded like someone like Ron Hornaday and Candace Hornaday, who have grown up in the sport their whole lives and know so much about it. Ron's always there for tips if we ever need any driving tips, and it's someone that I go to, regularly to learn, especially restart tips. He's one of the best at it, or the best to do it. So, yeah, just super thankful to have Ron and Candace mentor me and try and take me to the top.
All right, Josh. And do you have any sponsors or anyone that you want to thank that has helped you along the way?
Yeah, just, really thanks to Tiny Dream Homes, my dad, and I would say Hornaday Development for everything they do for me.
Awesome. Thank you, Josh. And we will definitely be keeping an eye out on you for your results. Like you said, I think you're 16 years old and you're coming up in the Legends world, so hopefully we'll be hearing from you